Hi everyone, I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me. There's an unusual amount of water here that you can see on the live camera of Old Faithful. The parking lot, part of the parking lot for the hotel is flooded. There is venting. I'm hoping they'll move the camera. There is venting going on along the edge of the parking lot, and they have put safety cones out. There is definitely uplift occurring there, and I did do some screen captures. I'm hoping they're going to move the camera so I can show you. They have been looking at the areas of flooding, which is a little concerning because they know that the increase in rainwater there in Hawaii is what created the eruption that occurred along the one vent there. The ground was brittle, just like Yellowstone, and it caused the roof of the magma chamber to collapse, which caused the venting there in Hawaii. So that's something of a concern. Currently, they're looking at the buffalo. Let's see if they move the camera. I definitely want to show you this flooding that's going on, and the venting that is occurring along the sidewalk. Yeah, I have never seen them look in this area before up close like they are doing this morning. There we go. Okay, here's the parking lot. This is the area of the venting that I was talking about. This parking lot is flooded from all this water that has accumulated over here, and it almost looks like it's coming from the Firehole River. Hard to tell. I'm not there to yeah, see, we got venting on this side of the hotel too. They keep zooming in to this back area, but yeah, see how they're looking at these different areas. And I noticed too, we seem to have more uplift in this area. There's more faulting in this area. See how they're maybe trying to look like they're looking at the buffalo. They're looking at this flooding. This here is the faulting I was talking about that seems to have increased. At least we're getting a view of the buffalo, as blurry as it may be. Too bad it's not a little bit clearer, huh? I think they could make it a little clearer so you can see the buffalo. The earthquakes that are occurring in Sawtooth Mountain Range near Challis, Idaho, are still shaking up the caldera here at Yellowstone. There was one significant earthquake. Let me show you that. This was a magnitude 3.0 according to USGS. Here's the signature, the spectrogram, and the signature. It takes about a minute for the earthquakes to show up. We got the P wave and the S wave. It takes about a minute for the S wave to show up there at Yellowstone. And here's the spectrogram. You see all the hot gases, yeah, the heat down here. This is the western boundary. They're not reporting any earthquakes for the Yellowstone area, but this is the most recent that they are reporting, a 3.0. Cascade, Idaho, 10 kilometers in depth. No one reported feeling this earthquake, so they don't have a felt report map. It actually could have been as high as a magnitude 3.29, 3.39, 3.43, 3, 3.41, 3.55, and that's automatic by the computer. Yeah, we know they downgrade these earthquakes when people don't report feeling them. And they're feeling so many of them there. It's just another day in the life of, yeah, we got 3.72 here. 4.50. So I want to show you first the image that I captured of this area right here with what looks like safety cones. That is a safety cone right there. And yeah, I don't know, it's like a complete circle. I don't know what's going on. Is there a walkway originally around that? Very possibly. A lot of debris. We got debris. Holes here in the parking lot. Let me pull this over a little bit so you can see this other stuff over here. See that? And this was steaming. And we got runoff. And it looks like part of the road is collapsing here. And the runoff has caused the dirt to come up over the parking spaces possibly. Here's another image that I captured of all the water that, yeah, it does look like it's coming out of the Firehole River, moving in this location. See that? And it extends all the way down, yeah, to the other geysers in the parking lot. Look at that. And here's another image, a screen capture that I took. Let me pull this over for you. Like I said, they know now that the eruption in Hawaii was caused by an unusually wet year that had caused the roof of the caldera there, the magma chamber, to collapse. And that's my concern here at Yellowstone. Then we got this here at the parking lot. You know, why would you build a parking lot so close to a thermal vent? I think this is new. Remember, all the infrastructure, the hotels, the roads, etc., was all built there at Old Faithful before they knew that that area was where the water was coming up from under the ground to feed into Old Faithful. Alright, a live view of Firehole River, and we got water. Let me move this over. A large amount of water running. And then, you know, I looked up what the weather is. I mean, it looks like it's raining. It could just be heavy fog, but I did look up what the weather is there. It says partly cloudy, currently 24 degrees. Supposed to rain or snow on Monday. And then we'll go to temperature. See, they're not showing rain. Precipitation, no rain until Monday. Wind, no wind right now. Back to the live view. Yeah, that's a lot of water coming up under the ground. A lot of steaming. Yeah. The question is, what's going on? Ground uplift, deformation, the tilt for the Madison River area. For the last 7 days, lots of dots means lots of shaking. And this is one of only 5 volcanoes around the world that they are monitoring. What direction the magma is moving under the ground. They're watching the uplift, which we have here, northeast, southwest. But this X and Y is what they're monitoring, what's going on under the ground. The magma, for a while now, has been trending east. It's extending outward. Each dot would be an earthquake that has caused uplift. Again, that's the last 7 days. Here we have the last 30 days. Ground deformation, the uplift that has occurred in the last 7 days. Top is north. Bottom is east. Yep, the ground is breathing. Yep, each dot again is an earthquake that caused uplift, the ground to rise. And then we got the last 30 days. Yellowstone Lake. Remember, this monitor is on the north part of Yellowstone Lake. It's on land. And yeah, it's dropping. Remember in the last report I talked about how the caldera is showing signs of dropping. This is the last 7 days. And then the last 30 days. Look at that. This activity. Look at it's off the chart. This is set at 5 microradians. They'll probably have to reset it because of the significance of this movement that's going on there at Yellowstone Lake. And remember, Yellowstone Lake has a fault there at the bottom of the lake that is causing spreading. This here is from an earthquake swarm that occurred in 2008 and 2009, explaining the ground motion, the movement, and the expansion of this fault line. And when they did research, I think it ended about 3 years ago, they sent little drones down there on the bottom of the lake. They found out that the water temperature was twice as high as what it had been in previous testing. I have never seen this type of activity ever since I started monitoring what has been going on at Yellowstone. Never have I seen this type of activity. Now this is set at 10 microradians, this one here, for the last 7 days. Now the monitor for Grant, which is on the western side of Yellowstone Lake, and I talked about how that side seemed to be going up. Top is north, bottom is east. Each dot is an earthquake that caused uplift for the last 7 days. And then the last 30 days, X is north, Y is east, trending east, the uplift. Panther, which is up by the Montana border for the last 7 days. All these are from boreholes. Very deep wells under the ground. Close to around 500 feet under the ground. Top is north, bottom is east. Trending east, the uplift, the magma is trending east, it's under the ground. But the uplift is showing in the west. The ground is rising in the west where the magma is moving east. A little confusing, huh? Then we got the last 30 days. Yeah, look at that. Look at the trend that's gone on. And this also, too, has been set at 10 microradians. They have changed it. The monitor for Norris Junction. X is north. Y is east. Last 7 days, and they got it set where we really can't see what's going on. There's the disk. And then the last 30 days. No, they don't have it. Wait a minute, let me go back. Okay, this is the last 30 days. And then the last 7 days. Sorry about that. Again, this is Norris Junction. So if it's raining there, the Weather Service is not saying that it's raining. It just looks like heavy fog. And this water from Old Faithful is extending all the way over. Maybe I'll be able to show that to you in a minute. Maybe we're getting excessive melt from all the snow. In fact, we got a little bird flying there. Maybe the ground is saturated, which is not a good sign. That's why we're getting all this runoff. So I'm going to go back to the monitor for the western boundary. They're not reporting this earthquake. At least not yet. And let's move this over. You see the long P wave. That probably was close to Chalice, Idaho. Then we got another one here. And it's hard to tell if there's a P wave on that one. Yeah, 4 lines of melt. Remember I talked about that? Let me go back to, let's see. We'll go back to this one here. 4 lines of melt, but you really can't. Well, yeah, you can. And then we got more magma flowing up here. I only went back to yesterday because the data was not available for Yellowstone Lake. That monitor has been offline for a couple days. Here we have the monitor for Madison River. This is the last earthquake they reported, the 3.0. See the P wave? The P wave goes directly through the ground before the S wave shows up. And let's pull this over. Yeah, you can see all that hot gases. This earthquake here, they're not reporting yet. And we got another small one right here. And yeah, see how we got harmonic tremors here? Yeah, magma on the move. Yep. Yep, let's look at this. We got more stuff up over here. More earthquakes. Yeah, look at the heat that's been coming up. Like I said, this only goes up until yesterday. Yeah, look at the heat. Alright, here we have the monitor for Yellowstone Lake. You can see here how the data, it wasn't coming in for a while. A couple days actually. The most recent earthquake, and they're marked in red, which means the computer picked it up. Yeah, we got a small one there prior to this, and then bam bam. And then we got another small one here. Let's look at the signature. Go back to this one. And this is that 3.0, how it showed up at Yellowstone Lake. And then we got, oh, another one there. I guess that's the 3.0. Wait a minute, what time was the 3.0? 9:17. Yeah, so that's not it. Yeah, that would be it right there. Alright, let's go back. Okay, we got 5:08 marked in red, which means they believe, the computer believes it happened there. And let me close some of this. Pull this up for you. Yeah, see that one at 5:08 did not occur there. They're not reporting it. It happened there at Yellowstone. We got 5:56, 5:16, and 1:53. We got 122 earthquakes here in the last 7 days. And remember, I was telling you before how because of the plate movement, the tectonic plate movement, we're getting these earthquakes here, Chalice, Idaho, and we're also getting them down here by Salt Lake City. These are all being caused by tectonic plate movement, which is creating these earth changes. We got the Snake River Plateau, which has in the past had dike intrusion just like it had in Hawaii. And we got faults that run from north to south. Let me change the view here. From the Snake River Plateau, you can see it right here. And these fault lines move north to south in both directions. I've also told you how, in my opinion, because of the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field, for the coming future, who knows when, magnetic pole reversal, we're going to see more of this. More earthquakes, larger earthquakes, more volcanic eruptions. When the magnetic field reversed the last time, yeah, the continents actually moved, and yeah, we're seeing an increase in the movement of these different continents around the world. So that's all I have for you right now. Yeah, I was really surprised to see that activity by the park, or by the parking lot, there at one of the hotels. I was surprised to see so much flooding going on. The steaming has definitely been increasing lately. They're watching it too. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.